Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Deep Dive Podcast. We are on episode 33. Tonight we have Eternal Paranormal in the house with us. Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, thanks for
Yep.
asking us to come
Oh
on.
yeah, absolutely,
It's been
absolutely.
a, it's been a long time in the making, y'all. We've had to revamp and reschedule and all that stuff, but they are here. Um, Friday night we have Deep Dive Topics podcast. That's going to be Bigfoot, 7 p.m. Central. Saturday we have an investigation review at 7, and then Potter will be here on Sunday at 6. So
Awesome.
yeah, you guys
So if you
can
can't
go ahead
tell,
and
I'm a big, I'm a big cryptid fan. So if you can't tell, I'm waiting for the Bigfoot episode. It's going to be awesome. So
yeah. So anyway, Alicia's here. Derek and Tom are going to be joining us, but y'all can pop in the comments and say hello, ask any questions that you might have. Um, Alicia, or is it Alicia?
Alicia, you got it
Okay,
right.
okay.
A lot of
Tell,
people get it wrong.
tell everybody who Eternal Paranormal is and your guys' backstory.
Eternal Paranormal, I created back in 22. Um, I originally had been with a couple other teams out of Peoria, and then prior to that, I ran my first team, Residual Echoes Paranormal. But skipping forward to Eternal Paranormal and why I started out again on my own is because I wanted to do things more not about like the views and stuff. Like I really care about like trying to help out spirits, and now well we're helping out with locations as well. So I created Eternal Paranormal, so a lot has happened since, but my husband is a part of Eternal Paranormal. He was part of Residual Echoes Paranormal. And then my best friend, I started at my job back in 2022, this job that I'm at now. And my coworker Tiffany, she was the one that actually trained me. I was telling her that I do paranormal and stuff and how I have a trip coming up. And she's like, that's so cool. I want to do paranormal. Like, I always thought that was interesting. And my husband, Charles, and we watch all the shows and stuff. And I was like, well, come on. So ever since then, she's been on the team from the get, Derek. And then couple years down the road, then we brought in our friend Tom Sappington. He's been investigating for many years. And then Charles was on the team. He took a step back because he was helping out with Tiffany's kids, like when we would go out on investigations. Tracy, our friend Tracy, she'd be in part of the team for a little while. She had to step away. And then Tom's brother Scott was also a part of the team. He still is, but he works a lot. He's a businessman. He owns a bunch of businesses, so he's working like 90 hours a week every single day. Like that dude does not get a vacation or a break ever. And then Jenny Davis, she was always like we were going on investigations with her. Jenny from Minnesota, and she's like, you should totally make a Minnesota branch of Eternal Paranormal. And I was like, one day I was like, okay, Jenny, why don't you just join our team? Like, she's already been like with us, you know? So, and then we were doing Unturned Pages podcast prior to her joining our team as well.
And then Cheryl is also here as well.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hello, ladies. Yeah, so that sounds busy,
yeah,
to say the least. Do you guys do more location or do you do residential? Do you do both?
It's more locations. We've had a couple residentials since I founded Eternal Paranormal. But yeah, mostly we do locations. And by doing these locations, we ran across Broadhead Manor in Broadhead, Wisconsin. And we were honored to have Bill, the owner. He was like, hey, why don't you guys host a public investigation? So we've been hosting public investigations there now 3 years, 2 years. And then networking, you know, going to expos, vending at expos, paracons, whatnot. We had another location come over to us. It was 1861 Masonic Lodge. And Jill, she said, why would you guys be interested in hosting a public investigation at the lodge? And we were like, yeah. So we've been doing them there now for about the same amount of time. So we help out hosting these public investigations to help raise the money for these buildings to help with repairs and stuff. You know, we don't ask for anything. We go in and we just want to help these locations and the owners. We love the owners of these buildings. We love all the owners of the buildings, of the locations that we've been to. And that's what it's really about. And paranormal is helping support, you know, the community, because without those locations being there, we wouldn't have places to go out to like this.
Right. That is awesome. Hello, Pam. So yeah, that's awesome that you have a couple of locations that you get to host the public ghost hunts. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then we had the Sanctum of Souls and the 1869 church out there in Buffalo, Iowa, that we had, Cavalry Lutheran church that ended up, the owner reached out to Scott. He's best friends with them, and he was like, hey, I've been having stuff going on in the church. And Scott's like, well, you know, I'm a part of a paranormal team now. You want us to come check it out? And so we did. And there's definitely stuff that was going on out there. So Scott was talking to him and he's like, hey, why don't you let us go in and open it up to the public and get people in here, you know? And so we did that for a little while. It was a lot, a lot of work between work, kids, taking care of the scheduling, booking appointments, the investigations, and keeping an eye on the funds and who's paid, who's not paid.
Tim and I went back in January.
Yep.
Yeah, we were there back in January, and that was a fun night. I was sad that, you know, the choice was made to close, but I'm glad we got to experience it before that. Hello, Ecto-Eyes.
Hi. I'm glad that you guys were able to go out there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to open it up to you guys, but I'm talking to you now, and you know,
we met Derek. It's okay. Yeah, it's funny. All right, go ahead, Tim.
I got to ring the bell at the church. That was pretty awesome.
That was so much fun.
Yeah. And so learn about that church was a lot of fun. We had a lot of experience. We had some experiences. We had some stuff we couldn't debunk, nor could we figure out what was going on. So being of Christian faith, a haunted church to me was very, very interesting, because I was still trying to process in my head, how can the church be haunted? And so I still think about that today.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd like to go back there again. Too bad it still isn't available to do so, because I think there's more to learn in that church than what people realize that goes on there. And I want to ring the bell again.
So much more that we hadn't uncovered. Like, there was so much more to do.
Correct.
But, you know, it was out of our hands. You know, we didn't own the location. So, you know, it is what it is.
Sure. Agreed. I totally agree. So your public investigations, I mean, I like to ask a little bit about that. What have experiences, or do you have experiences on public investigations when you go? Do people Do you have anything from that, or do people actually capture stuff that come back to you and say, "Hey, look what I got! I got this picture, or I got an EVP."
we've we are always like, it's mostly everybody wants to stay with us, even at the end when we open it up for the night to free roam. So yeah, we every time that we've had a public investigation, there's always something happening.
Okay, we need to go to Broadhead Manor then, because I'm curious now about that. As far as I need.
Yeah, there's more public investigations coming up. If you want to be a part of a public investigation, there other teams help run it, like Spire. They're out of Wisconsin. They host there too. Riverside, Iowa Paranormal is hosting one in August. Spire had theirs. Yeah.
That's cool that they open it up to more teams to host public haunts than just being one team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's cool.
The 1861 Masonic Lodge, Jill does that as well. So it's not just us.
Okay, that's really cool to find out, because usually when people start public investigation, it's always the same team does it over and over, and that can be rather daunting, because you need to be there so often. Do you have time to get there? Like you said about the church, you got so many other things going on in your life to do. So, also, I'm going to ask a little bit more about public. How much does it take, and how much energy and time does it take to run a public investigation? I mean, for the people out there that are interested in doing it, because Brenda and I are interested in doing public. How involved is it? How demanding is it? And how many people do you have in a public investigation? What's a normal number?
So it depends on the location. Broadhead is big. So we have 25 spots available for Broadhead always. It's 3 floors. I can't remember how many square feet it is, but it's massive. And then the 1861 Masonic Lodge, we do 15, 20. That's a smaller location. But what we do is every time that we have one, we have everybody in a certain area. We gather everybody, make sure that everybody's checked in. They sign the waivers, make sure that everyone's there that has paid. And then we talk about, like who we are and stuff. And Jill, when she has been at the public investigation, she talks about the history of the location. Okay. And then we set up and we break into 3 teams. Okay. And then we have everybody say, okay, we're going to go to the first floor. I'm going to the second floor. They're going to the 3rd floor. Whoever wants to start this floor, line up with us. And so then we tell each other, okay, we'll give it about an hour or an hour, a little more. If you guys need more time, let us know. Check your phones. And then we split off into teams. And then we rotate every hour, 15, whatever. But also before we rotate, we give everybody a break, for bathrooms, smoking, whatnot. Yeah. And then at the end of the night, we always end up in one spot. We discuss beforehand. We always know where we're going to end up for a big group experiment investigation. It's always usually the Estes method or double Estes method. And then we set up other equipment like tripwire, the Epic box, different things. And then we still have equipment set up on other floors too.
Okay.
And then everybody go for a free roam. And yeah, like I said, they like to just hang out with us.
Gotcha. Do you allow them to bring their own equipment, or do you supply all the equipment that's there for them?
Yeah, they can bring their own equipment. We also allow people to check out our equipment. We have a sheet to say like who's checked out what equipment, so that we know and keep an eye on that. So we make sure that we get that return, and if we didn't, then we got their phone number, their name and stuff.
Okay. That sounds like you guys are you're very organized on what you do and how you do it. That's really cool. I would like, after all the years I've been doing it, I'd like to go on one of your investigations public just to see how it goes and how it reacts, because I'd like to get the inner side of how to do one. Because we're really looking forward to trying to get something done like that here in Iowa. We don't, there isn't anything like that exist here now, so we're trying to find a haunted location we can actually get started with and get into that process to do. That's really cool. You
Yeah.
talked about you talked about you do this because you help the spirits. Can you explain that a little bit?
So I have abilities. So they really connect with me. Like when I was at Ashmore Estates, my very first time for a public investigation, me and Tiffany were together, and I decided to lay on the electroshock therapy bed, and we were playing on the SB7, and I just closed my eyes. I laid on the bed, and I started getting this vision. Like I wasn't myself laying on the bed, and two people were standing on opposite sides of me, and I was paralyzed. I was scared, and so when we had a private investigation with Haunted Happy Hour, Lily and Vanessa and Sarah. Oh, Sarah wasn't there. We decided to do the Estes method, and Vanessa was on the bed, or Lily was, I can't remember. And she was under, and they started saying, my name. I said, Alicia, see death. And they were talking about filth and different things. And I was like, oh my God. Was it me that I saw you, didn't I, when I laid on the bed? And they were like, I was like, thank you for what? And they said method, like Estes method. I was just
Oh,
bawling. I was like, I'm so sorry what happened to you. Like, that shouldn't have been something that you had to go through. Um, I said it was good to talk to you, but I had to literally leave because I had to, bring myself back too, because it was very emotional, but
gotcha.
it made me
Gotcha.
feel good.
Okay. We were at Ashmore Estates. We went up there, and we didn't get a lot of activity in that room. There were four of us in there, so we tried very hard to communicate with the spirits that's out there. We did communicate with two bats flying down the hallway, though. We did find them. I mean,
Derek
part
would have been running.
of
Derek
that.
was really
Well,
afraid
like
of bats. He wears
really,
this hat, this big freaking hat, like those guard hats.
yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
That's hilarious.
so, and we were, yeah. Go ahead, Brenda.
Just putting up there what Cheryl said about Publix. There's so much work, but so rewarding.
Yeah, I think they would be too. I'd find them rewarding as well because I like to watch other people and see how they learn and try to
yeah,
help people learn about the paranormal and how to investigate it. I think would be a lot of fun to me. It'd be really rewarding to figure that out.
yeah,
Um,
I did
so
have a quick question, though, if I could.
sure.
Broadhead Manor, I looked it up at 60,000 square feet, so that is huge,
yeah.
huge. But when you guys are on the different floors, do you have interference
Interference?
from like the other teams?
Sometimes, but not really.
Okay.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's
Well,
cool.
that's cool too.
All right,
And
a couple little things. Derek loves to scare people,
mm,
and Alicia is a rock star.
Yeah, we like to have fun our investigations. Like it's
gotcha.
not like we do. I like to do different crap. Like I know it's kids at Broadhead, so we set up some cat balls down the hallway where Bill has all his haunted sculptures and whatnot. And I was like, okay. Um, did we have the? I think we had the spirit box on too. No, it was the polter script. I was like, okay, how about this? Who wants to race? So I was
Oh,
like, okay, here's gonna be the starting line, and here's the finish line. And then they said example. I was like, oh, so you want to see me do it? And then the Epic box lit up, yes. I was like, okay. I was like, here we go. My marks, get set, go. So I'm running. And then something along the lines, but they were making fun of me. They wanted me to do it just so they get a laugh out of me doing
crap.
it.
Oh, crap. You know that I ran track in high school, but I don't think I've ever ran race against a ghost. So that would be a first.
Yeah,
for me.
we definitely we do. I do different stuff all the time.
Gotcha. So tell me about more about your team and who they are, and do they have abilities and what their specialties are?
Mostly it's just me. Oh, Jenny has abilities too. So me with abilities, Derek, Tom, Jenny, investigate, you know, more so.
Okay. Okay. I was just curious. I didn't know if everybody has their own specific trade or what they do. Is there a cameraman? Is there a medium? You know, that stuff like that. Because we have a lot of that on our team.
So Derek, he is always the one filming and posting the videos and editing. I started out doing that, and it's so much time. I just don't have it.
Gotcha.
He
Gotcha.
took over videos, and my phone sucks, so I don't go live on my phone either, or
Oh, gotcha.
very many videos. But there's so much stuff that I've captured more than Derek. I just got to say that, guys. You see a lot of him and Tom, but you know, I'm the best. Just kidding. No one
Okay.
is.
That's fine. Brag on it. Go ahead, brag on it. That's cool.
Jenny's
a photographer. Yep.
Yeah, Jenny says she's a photographer, so there you go.
Yeah, she does sell her photography too. Stories Within.
I got you. So I got a question about this Masonic Lodge. How is it still active lodge or is it abandoned? I mean, they don't use it anymore.
Nope. So it first started out as a hotel. And while it was a hotel, there was actually a brothel that was going on inside the hotel.
Yeah.
And then while after is when it converted into the Masonic Lodge.
Okay. That's interesting to learn because we run across a lot that were hotels and brothels and something else. How does that happen through our history? I mean, it's amazing that goes on and on and on.
Yeah, and I'm still like trying to wrap my mind around like where the rooms would even be because there's one. I mean, technically there's like 3 areas that could be used as a room, I guess, unless they have like multiple beds upstairs, you know, where the meeting hall was. It's interesting.
Yeah, it would be an interesting place to look at because we've been to a haunted brothel a couple of times, and it's a lot happens there. It's really fascinating what goes on. So, tell me about besides a bat or a spider and people running out of the building. Give our viewers what was a scary moment for you or anyone on your team that really sticks out more than anything else, and where would it have been?
I'll tell you about Derek's, or Derek can tell you about it. And it was at Pine Lawn Manor. However, we were in the Sumner Rehab Center. And apparently you guys had spotted a bat, or Tom did, or somebody. And you're like,
no, that was me and Jenny.
Oh, we were walking down the hallway, and you're like, was that closet door open before or shut? So I had a water bottle that was empty, and then I kind of let the air out and shit. And he starts to open up the door. I go, and he goes, oh, he smacks me in the freaking arm.
It was an instant reaction.
It was so funny, but it hurt.
I think my scariest moment, like legit, was in Cheney Mansion. I was just starting out, and my camera, I was recording on the dresser, and it had its lights on and stuff, and I was recording, and all of a sudden it stopped recording, the light went out, and it was pitch black.
And that's not the first time that we had equipment malfunctions with the
Wow.
cameras, phones,
But
lights.
so I get on my dresser and I'm talking to the spirits.
You're on a dresser.
Or whatever, you know. It's been a long day. Anyway, so I go back, set up the camera, start recording. I have the SB7. And I said, that's not very, I said, did you shut off my camera or something like that? I said, that wasn't very nice, because I thought I would maybe taunt a little bit.
You're like, I don't think that was very funny.
I don't think that was very funny. Yeah, I said, I don't think that was very funny. And you hear a male say, fuck you, like loud as.
Wow, really?
It gave me the chills. I was like, I'm done. I'm out of here. This is enough. I mean, they literally said, F you. Like, okay, I'm out.
We were all down watching because they've got a huge television set up with cameras in all the rooms so you can see it. And Roger was watching with us, and I forgot who it was, Mike, maybe. And we were all busting up laughing. He's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And there's a video of it on our Facebook.
Wow.
You can see him. We're just watching the cameras. You can see the mist leave his body because he's running so fast down those stairs.
It was hysterical. I was just and every frame we're watching on the TV, you can see me just running down.
For me,
Oh, that'd be cool.
I had a couple incidences where it was like, holy fuck. So also Pine Lawn Manor for me.
I'm gonna get back. So, I just wanted to say hello, everybody. Sorry, I got company here. They're from Louisiana. My buddy in the military. I think he's
Okay.
we got like 14 years in there. Anyway, so I wanted to say hi for a little bit before he leaves down there, but I wanted to also chime in for a second. So I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
All good.
She's always a good
It's
talker.
all good. It's all good.
I'm not used to being on the opposite side of
right.
the show, though.
Exactly. All right, guys.
Have a good one.
You too.
So Pine Lawn Manor for me, that was the first scare, really. We had set up a REM pod in the door frame of one room, and the names on the plaque were Angel, and I forgot the other two. But I was seeing shadow figures down the hall, going from left to right. And then all of a sudden, you could see it coming closer. The REM pod gets hit. I think there was cat balls down there too. And I see this black mass right in front of me. I'm like, oh, I started going like trying to walk away. And I was like, oh my God. They were like, don't run. So I turned around. I was like, hi. I'm sorry. I'm not used to having somebody this close to me. And so I finally stood my ground, but we had a lot of communication with that spirit. And then the same thing happened at the 1861 Masonic Lodge. So everybody was upstairs in the meeting hall, and we had the Estes method, double Estes going on. And Derek said, it's happening. Someone said Eastern Star, it's happening. So Eastern Star were the women members of the lodge. So they would be down in the kitchen mostly, cooking and doing all that, cleaning up. So I was like, oh my God, I know what's happening. So I book it down the stairs. Tom's coming behind me, and I hear the REM pod that we'd set up in the back room going off. And all of a sudden, out of the kitchen, it stops. You see a shadow figure coming straight at me and completely blocking at the light, just like totally in my space. And Tom's like, I see it, because I start to kind of back up. I was like, he's like, don't run. I was like, okay, hi. I was like, I think I know who this is. This is Mary Burns. And I forgot that I moved her ice bucket. So there's a sign on there. It says that you're supposed to ask for permission to move the ice bucket.
Oh, really?
I did not. So I apologized, and I said, okay, I'm going to need some space. I will come back in but I'm going to go outside. And then my friend Sean Ellis was with us. And they all were coming down now. And he's like, what happened? I told him. He started doing Reiki on me. And I finally calmed down and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. You never forget when a shadow figure or an entity stands in front of you. You never forget that. I've had that happen to me a couple of times. So, yeah, those are quite the personal experiences.
Yeah.
A little unrevealing, and they're trying to figure out, process what's going on. I remember mine very well after 14 years. Believe me, I remember mine. You don't forget those.
These were my very first shadow figures that I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. And
So,
and
it was an experience.
It's pretty impressive too that an entity can do that, can actually show themselves to you in that form. That's pretty impressive, actually. It really, really is. So that's a very cool. Those are really cool experiences. When we were at that, I want to add real quick, and I'll give it back to Brenda. We at that church, we're getting our tour. We were shown where the bathroom was, and when we stepped into the women's bathroom, one of the stall doors opened on its own, literally opened. And then later at that in Buffalo, Iowa, at the church, and later on that night, Brenda went into the bathroom, closed the door, and I was standing in that kitchen area on the south end, and the entire bathroom door opened on its own. So
the actual door that goes to the hallway.
Open.
I didn't have it like fully shut, but it was shut enough because of expansion or whatever.
Right.
And all of a sudden, it just popped open.
Open.
And I was like, hello?
And we tried to debunk that several times. We could not get that door to open. We could not. So
it wasn't coming from that attic space that you can access in front of the bathrooms?
It was in that area, yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was.
Because Derek had walked in there, and when he come back, he goes, that stall door's moving.
Correct.
And I was like, well, that's cool. Well, fast forward 3-4 hours into it, whatever. I go in there and I shut the door, and then I'm in the stall and I'm going to the bathroom, and then that outer door opens, and it opened like with force.
All the way.
And I was like, hello? I'm like, Tim, did you do that? And he's like, no. And it was just him and I. We were the only ones in there. Yeah. So, yeah.
I was standing in that south kitchen, minding my own business, just looking around. All of a sudden, I look over and hear the door just opens on its own. Like, oh, that's cool. I didn't think it closed. I thought it would just, because of the structure of the building. We closed that door. We tried several times to get that door to open, and we could not get it just to swing open on its own. So.
You see that video of the side door opening on its own when Scott was in the building alone, right?
Derek told us that. Yep.
Yeah.
We didn't experience it.
Good.
So
and of course, it's normal. We had no camera on it because it's a bathroom door. So.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Right. But I will tell you. We took the SLS. I shared that one video with you.
Yeah.
For the sanctuary, but we were in the hallway. So leave the sanctuary, go through those couple of rooms when you start to get back into the hallways and like the little changing room and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was back there, and he was on the other end of the hallway because we heard a noise. And in the doorway to my left was a figure standing in the actual doorway that was as tall as the doorway that was mapping out on the SLS.
Correct.
Was it in the nursery room, or was it?
No, this is before the nursery.
Wait, it would have been the old part of the church where the reverends and all had their clothes changing. Okay. Hallway, and across from that room is where it happened. I was just a big open room. I don't know what it was. So.
Yeah. But when we were in the room where the reverend was changing the clothes, where they changed their clothes, I had just started my camera, and you actually hear a man talking on the video, and it's not
Correct.
his mouth's not moving, but it was like he was in the room with us. Like we didn't hear it at the time,
Correct.
but it's totally audible.
Yeah, it's really too bad we can't go back there. There's more to do.
I know it. Yeah, it is crazy, but yeah. So yeah, you guys had went. What was that? Something about the booze on the ship.
Yeah, it was on the battleship.
Yeah. What was that like, and what was that all about?
So Booze on the Battleship was a bunch of paranormal investigators, psychics, people with shows on Stream Beacon TV. Bill was there from Broadhead. Rochelle and Brian, they were there. A bunch of different people. So we did vending during so many hours, and then at the end, towards the end, Marilyn Bast, she did a gallery reading, and then we also investigated the battleship as well. I forgot to tell what time it was available till, but we all ended up having to leave because Stella wasn't feeling good and stuff. But yeah, it was so crazy to step foot on that big of a ship, to see all the equipment, the artillery, and all of that.
That'll be cool.
For sure.
That'd be cool.
We are looking forward to a battleship, a fort, anything of the sort to go investigate. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was first we've ever been on a battleship. We've never done a battlefield yet, so that's another thing that we haven't done. We haven't done a haunted hospital yet, but yeah, asylums, mansions, stuff like that we've done.
Sure. All the normal places.
Oh, and then the jail. I forgot. Hello, I went to Missouri State Penitentiary.
Oh, that was the first place I ever investigated in my life, Missouri State. That place is so awesome. I got chased.
Huge for your first one.
Correct. So building 4, I was down in Solitary. I got chased out there. I actually got footsteps ran behind me up the stairs, coming back up out of Solitary, because I was all by myself. So that was interesting.
Damn.
Yeah, that was cool. Because I turned around to look, see who was running behind me. I'm like, green is green, ghost hunting with a camcorder and a digital recorder, and I'm getting chased by a ghost. What the hell?
I have yet to be to Missouri State. It's on my bucket list. Just haven't been there yet.
I'll go in the summer. My clothes are stick peel, like those things that you slap on the wall. Those jelly things that are and then just because that's how hot it was.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Great.
Hold on. Go ahead, Tim.
Lost your train of thought?
I don't know what direction I was gonna go. So go ahead.
Okay. Well, and I'll aim that way. How's that? So I'm kind of curious about so we like to ask people on our show, if you're a new investigator and you just start out in the paranormal, let's give them some advice. What do they need to do that would help them get started? How would you think about that?
Well, for me, I was watching all the ghost hunting shows. I started out with watching Taps and stuff. So I just kind of took that and went with it. I was Googling like haunted locations in the Quad Cities, and there's these stories that people have blogged onto this one website. And so I decided I'm going to go out. So I went out to the store. I bought a flashlight, and I brought a digital tape recorder, and I went out to the spot, and I was doing the flashlight method. So I was just asking yes or no questions. And then I was asking questions on the tape recorder, and you learn to, stay still or set the tape recorder down somewhere, and then make sure that you're saying like, okay, I was talking or something like that, so that you know that you can differentiate an EVP from you moving and it sounds like you're talking, someone's talking or whispering, and so that's where I started out. Also, check out the locations, haunted locations. A lot of them, they do day tours and stuff. You can check out them for day tours. And also look around for public investigations on Facebook, online, and join a public investigation if it's your very first time, if you don't feel comfortable going out alone.
Sure.
And then you can get some more education on, like, if you've never watched the shows or whatnot,
Sure.
YouTube or whatever, like how to use this equipment and actually experience it, especially if you're kind of afraid still. Like if you're afraid of the paranormal, but you're interested.
Sure. Makes sense. And I like your way you tag your video or tag your audio to make sure what you're hearing is not you or something else, and you can identify what the sound is, so you don't go back and think that I caught something but I didn't, because you know what it is. So you learn to debunk. That is a very good piece of advice, because a lot of people don't. I want to add a little bit to it. Don't watch all these shows and go out and think you're the best investigator in the world. Don't think you're going to be number one starting out. So take that into consideration too. Go out there with an open mind, be yourself, and try to do the best you can and learn. You just have to learn. And like you said, you learn how to do things, what to do. Because there's nothing like walking around with your digital recorder with that Michael Myers heavy breathing going on in the background, and it's you. That happens. That's happened to me when I first started. That really did. Well, so what piece of equipment do you guys like to use? And if you're starting out, what do you think should be a good thing for someone starting out to use?
Starting out, I say a digital tape recorder for sure, or the flashlight, both. Video, taking, a video on your camera and listening. Sometimes starting out, just walk around the building, kind of see if you're feeling anything. Like this room I feel like something might happen in here or whatnot, or I can get something in here. Respect the locations, respect spirits. If you're in this for, views, then you're doing it for the wrong thing. Don't get into the field if that's what you're about, please. And then we like to use the SS method. We like doing the SS method. We love doing spirit box sessions. Did I say epic box already?
Yep.
I love the epic box. I like using the tripwire as well.
Okay.
Those are my main one.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea, because you don't want people to realize that they'll wind up spending a whole lot of money on a whole lot of equipment and they don't wind up using half of it, because believe me, I know, I got a truckload. I understand that completely. I bought so much crap. And now what I need to do is just take and spread out through the whole building and just let it do what it's supposed to do.
So Derek bought a bunch of equipment. So we have a lot. So we usually just do that. We have all our equipment for the public investigation. So people can choose from, at the end, they want to use this one, go ahead. You want to try this out,
Sure, that's a good idea. It might have been something that they saw on one of the shows on TV and like to try it. So that's a very good idea. Yeah.
The Polter script. I also like the Polter script.
So tell me a little bit about what is a Polter script, because I'm not familiar with that.
The Polter script is an intelligent, that's a communication device that they can pick words out of this dictionary, this library of words.
Okay.
There's a sensitivity on there for the EMF or whatever from around the room, and you can turn it up or you can turn it down. We usually have it halfway. Sometimes we turn it down a little bit, because if you have it up too high, the sensitivity, you're going to get word after word after word. Then you know that it's not really legitimate, like a spirit. Like there's words that don't make sense. It's thrown out there, but if you've got it down low and you're really not getting anything, and then all of a sudden you get a word, and then two, and then all of a sudden you're starting to get things that come together that form a sentence that makes sense, then you know you're speaking with a spirit.
Okay. So guess what? Now I'm going to have to add that one to my truck. So
I love first script.
But you know, I know what ovuluses are and stuff like that, so it's similar. I got you. So,
Yeah.
As long as I've been doing it, I mean, they got so much new equipment out there. And that's another thing I like to tell our viewers. We got so much new equipment out there. Research what you're looking for and what you're doing, and make sure it fits what you want to do. So that's a very good point.
And then it'll spit out the words, but it also you can see it on the screen. So that's cool.
Gotcha. Yeah, we used to have an ovulus that done the same thing. The words would pop up on an ovulus and come up and tell you what the word was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, just like that.
Well, get ready, Brenda. Here comes another piece of equipment going to add to the truck. So.
Yay! You can add the epoch box too.
Now, do you have an XLS?
Yes.
Okay, I was going to say we have one that is signed by Shane Pittman and all of them that bought, and he's looking to sell. If anybody's interested, get a hold of us on Eternal Paranormal.
Okay. So I got an SLS and I'm planning on upgrading to an XLS. So that's coming. So I'm going to do that here pretty soon. So I will have that. I think they're really cool. That's something to do. So I may have to get a bigger truck from down here. As far as that goes. As far as,
for sure.
Yeah. So you got anything yet, Brenda? Are you functioning over there?
Go ahead.
Oh, great.
I have something I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
We are going to be volunteering at the Witches and Wellness Expo in DeKalb, Illinois this weekend. It is July 11th and 12th. It's from 10 to 5, I believe. So if you're interested, there is workshops that's going to be going on. There's a bunch of people that are vending. This is all like tarot, witchy stuff. There is going to be Kat Armstrong. I know Kat's doing the moon phases for a workshop and scrying. Christina Bloom, she's doing, what is it? Regression therapy, I believe. But there's so much more. I just can't think of them all. I don't know if Jenny messaged me or not, because I can't remember.
Yeah.
So, she did.
And so how do our viewers look that up? Where can they find that?
Witches and Wellness Expo. It is witchesandwellness.com if you're looking to buy tickets just for general admission, to walk around for the vendors, or be a part of the workshops. Diet Renee is doing a gallery reading also. There's a bunch of stuff on here.
Okay.
And those workshops are extra, but yeah, you can purchase the tickets online, or you can purchase them when you get there.
Is that something they have once a year, or is it just something that they're putting on one time?
Now, this is the first Witches and Wellness Expo.
Okay. That's cool enough.
I imagine
I'm busy this weekend, or I'd find something to go do.
Yeah. Willie Atkins from Breaking Fate Entertainment, also known as portraying Pogo the Clown on Amazon Prime's John Wayne Gacy and Life Murders or whatever. But yeah, he does that, and he also owns his own shop. Oh, yes. Obscura Paracon. That's another one that is an annual thing now.
Okay.
So
I think
that's,
she said the date's wrong.
yeah.
March 20th and 21st.
Well,
That's
it's
a
not
ways off.
March. It's not
Yeah.
March. So, yeah. Yeah. Because is there a lot of obscure paracons? Because isn't there one in Arkansas that's happening here like next month? Do you know? She don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, no. This one
Okay.
is always at Altgeld Hall in DeKalb, Illinois, along with the Dark Arts and Oddities Con. So
Okay.
all these are held by Willie Atkins and Jenny Davis.
So I see the Dark Arts and Oddity Con November 14th and 15th. Where's that going to be held?
That's the same place, Altgeld Hall. It's
Okay.
a college,
Okay.
Alcohol.
Altgeld Hall.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. Do you mind if I excuse myself for a minute?
Yeah, go
Sure.
ahead.
Okay.
Oh, anyway, guys. Okay, that's cool. I Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. All three at Alcott Hall in DeKalb. Okay. That one would be cool to go to in November. I mean, I can't make the one this weekend because I got something else to do.
Right. But yeah. Yeah. That
And that's not that DeKalb's not that far away from us. That might be an interesting trip to take. So,
right.
so
What else you got for us, Jenny?
maybe get everybody in the truck. We'll go over there.
Yeah, everybody in the truck. Jenny, while we're waiting for her to come back, what besides the event this weekend, what else do you guys got coming up?
Oh, all down there. So so while we're waiting for that to come back, we got something coming up next weekend, don't we?
I'm back.
Oh, cool.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I've never had to do that before.
Wow, now you're all fuzzy. Hey,
Am I?
No, she's good. She's good.
well, Jenny said she's going to be at Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. What? Battlefield
Jealous.
Bash.
Yeah.
We were asking what else you guys had coming up besides that event this weekend.
Well, let me see. I'm going to pull out my handy dandy calendar here.
Like, when's your next public haunts? And
Oh, she said that. She told us, yeah, public haunt coming up here.
Yeah, so this weekend is the Witches and Wellness Expo we're volunteering at. So we'll be at the door selling tickets and stuff and directing people. Thursday, July 23rd, Derek, Tom, Scott, and some of our other friends are going to Waverly Hills Sanitarium. And then before that, I'm so sorry, July 17th, we'll be at the 1861 Masonic Lodge doing an interview and investigation with John Bain. He has a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And then August 8th, we're going to the Haunted Jericho Convent. August 22nd, we have a big collaboration at the Merrim Camp and Retreat in Merrim, Indiana. Sunday, August 30th, Indiana State Sanitarium. Jenny's going. Tom and Derek might be going to that. September 6th. We're going back to Pine Lawn Manor. Saturday, September 17th, we'll be at the Museum of Lost Souls. And Jenny's going to be at the Sleeper Mortuary October 3rd. Saturday, October 17th is our public investigation at the 1861 Masonic Lodge. There's still tickets available. If anybody's interested in joining us, go over to the Facebook page for the 1861 Masonic Lodge.
Okay.
And you can click the link for the event right there to purchase your ticket.
Cool.
That's a lot. We will actually be at the Museum of Souls September 11th, I think it is. So
Yep.
we're there like right before you guys.
Yeah, you are.
So have you been to Indiana State Sanitarium?
The 12th.
No,
Oh, you're going to be impressed.
I'm not able to go to that one. I have to work. But
That's too bad. You'll be that place is very impressive. Very, very impressive. That's too bad. That'll be a great investigation. You get to go.
I'll get there someday. So
Oh,
many years.
yeah. We said the same thing and we made it there, and it was well worth the trip. It was well worth it. Took us 7.5 hours, but it was well worth it. So.
We did Billy Creek the night before, and then the next day we went to Indiana State because they're like right there, next to each other.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
Like,
have you
spend all that
ever
time going there? You might as well hit up both locations and make time worth it. You know.
So have you ever done 2 investigations back to back or 3 back to back?
No, I have not yet, but somebody mentioned to me when I had talked and reached out to everybody about joining us at Mirror Camp. They're like, you should do it like 2 or 3 day. And I can't. So, but next time, definitely, because it's somewhere that I've never been. And a lot of other friends haven't even heard of this place either. And it's big. Like there's so many different buildings to investigate. So.
Mm-hmm. I suggest you do 2 because if you try to do 3, that'd be rough.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be rough. We did those 2, and that was.
We also went to the Stark Saloon. Mm-hmm. We didn't investigate, but we went there, and then we went to the Spirits of Marco Church.
Good.
Is that all in Indiana?
Yes.
Yeah. All Illinois and Indiana. Yeah.
Stark Saloon is literally like 10 or 15 minutes away from Billy Creek in Indiana State.
Okay.
And then Spirits of Marco, that one's a little bit farther down. It's like an hour away from Terre Haute. So it's about 2 hours from, hour and a half, 2 hours from Indiana State.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are good, Jeff. We are good. Tell everybody where they can find you, what social media platforms you're on.
Yeah, we're on Facebook mainly, Eternal Paranormal. We have a TikTok as well, same thing. We have a YouTube channel. It's been a while since I've uploaded anything there, but we really just have everything on Facebook. You can also add me on Facebook. I believe Alicia Michelle McFadden. You can add Derek McFadden, Tom Sappington, Tiffy Conley, any of us. Meeting people and making new friends. And
are you guys still in your podcast episodes?
Yeah. Also, I'm so sorry. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes.
Yeah.
Follow us on Unturned Pages on Facebook. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, everywhere. And we do our podcast every Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. This Sunday, we will not have a podcast because we will be coming back from and still kind of doing the Witches and Wellness that night. So,
yeah, you will.
You should do your podcast from out there.
I was thinking about that too. I'm gonna tell Jenny. So,
here's a question. I actually have heard of the Bel Air House. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but I have heard of it. I've actually promoted it on the location drops. That looks like it's a beautiful place. So yes, for sure. Okay, so wow, Tim, any last things?
No, Lisa, you've been very informative and glad having you on our podcast. Our motto, you want to go ghost with us, get in the truck, because anytime you want to go, you let us know, we'll be there. I guarantee it. So I'm retired. Go ghost hunting every day.
We definitely have to do something together.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I look forward to it, and hopefully I'll have some more equipment by then that I won't use. So,
We love working with other people. It's always fun.
it is. It is fun to learn how other people investigate and what they do and their methods, and maybe I'll race you down the hallway and see who wins. The ghost.
I might not run that fast, but yeah.
Well,
Back in the day, I could definitely run.
I hear you. The ghost will beat both of us, so we're good.
So Park City said, swing that truck by here.
Give me direction. You got a GPS?
We just need directions. Yeah. It's been a pleasure having you on. Good luck with all your endeavors. And we always invite guests back at a future date. So once we get to that point where I'm rescheduling again, we will circle back and have you guys on. And maybe Derek will be available.
And Tom and Tiffany.
And Tom, yeah.
Of
We'll have
course.
everybody on.
You know, we do ring a bell if they come in late. We let them know.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding.
We did a 50th episode the other night, and he goes, when somebody comes in late, you got to ding the bell. So I was like, ding, 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 every time somebody popped in late. It was funny, but yeah. So it's been great. Is there any last things that you want to shout out that's going on with you guys?
No, but I appreciate you guys inviting me on. It's different not having the team with me, but thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been great. And we finally got it accomplished. So that makes everything good too. Yeah, we appreciate it.
We'll give you a 5-star rating.
Thank you.
Go, you guys, go follow Eternal Paranormal. Give them a follow. Jeff loves your beard, Tim.
I know. I don't know what it is he likes.
What about mine?
What about ours? Yeah, we got pretty ones. We got pretty ones. Yeah, but go give these guys a follow. Check out what they're doing. Go get in on one of their ghost hunts. I mean, they have 2 locations they get to do. How awesome is that? We're still trying to look for one.
We're actually probably doing another one next year too.
That is so cool. Like we need those ins and outs. We need those connections.
Yeah. If you got any pointers, point them our direction. So
yeah. Hey, we got people in Iowa. Because we're really not too far away, but yeah. But anyway, it has been great. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Jeff. I know you're a newly found viewer. We do appreciate you for tuning in. That is totally awesome.
Sure.
Cool. Paranormal. Jenny actually popped in on my live last night for a little bit, so that was awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. We will be back Friday night, you guys, with the podcast of all podcasts. We're talking about Bigfoot, and we have the 410 Tennessee, 2 members of that team that'll be joining us. So make sure you tune in at 7 p.m. Central.
And also, if you want to go Bigfoot hunting, get in the truck.
And we'll catch you soon.
Night.